New York State provides a free service to have your child evaluated, not only for speech, but physical therapy, occupational therapy, special instruction. And you can call 311 and request, say my child is 14 months old, 23 months old, and I would like them evaluated because I'm concerned about their speech or their walking or whatever it is. And they will have somebody come to your home and do this evaluation for you free of charge. And they'll give you a write-up for it. If your child is past the age of 3, it then falls into the Committee on Preschool Education, also a free service. So between the ages of 3 and 5, if you feel your child has some speech issues, mobility issues, again, you can just call 311, tell them your child's age, tell them the area of concern that you have, and they'll have somebody come over and do the evaluations for them free of charge and give you a report. And we always tell parents you can do this as many times as you like, and there's no set for it. You can do it 3 months later after you've done the first one. And it's always just good in terms of, okay, I'm a little worried about this, I just want to check, even though it's not a big issue and you just want to make sure everything is according to the milestones.
Right, and Debbie and I do like a lot of private therapy, but we also do early intervention evaluation. So a lot of the times we go into the home just because a pediatrician was like, oh, I don't know if, maybe your child needs to get more words. So we go into the house, we do the evaluation, and it turns out the child is totally fine. And the pediatrician, sometimes they get a little too worried. Sometimes they're under worried, but sometimes they're a little too worried. So, yeah.
And so Alpine will talk a little bit more about the assessment process. But when we do get a call to come in, either for private or through the city, we walk into your home and we do an evaluation. When we do this evaluation, we use certain tests that are required for assessing speech and language. When we do that, we're looking for a percent of delay. So for example, if we're doing this evaluation through New York State, they want to see a 33% delay, meaning if your child is 18 months, I need to see a third of their age knocked off. They should be functioning around the 12-month level to be eligible for early intervention services through the state. And if for some reason there's mobility issues and speech issues, then you can have a 25% delay. So when they walk into your home, that's really what they're looking for. They want to see how delayed is your child before they can offer you the speech or the physical therapy. Yeah, through CPSE, which is between the ages of 3 to 5, it's only a 25% delay that they're looking for, and then you can be found eligible for services. Okay, so some of the therapy is not covered. For example, we do get a lot of phone calls for articulation therapy. My child's not saying their R, my child's not saying their S, my child, whatever it is. So we get a lot of phone calls for articulation. And if your child falls between birth through 3, early intervention does not provide therapy for articulation. We actually get a lot of phone calls about that. They'll ask us to come into the home and the child understands everything, they're very expressive, but they're just saying wabbit for rabbit. And New York State's not going to pay for that. So that's something that you would definitely have to do privately or work on that on your own.